Here we are at Barber Motorsports Park for race number 34 of the SPLERT Cup Series season. This is the second race of the round of 8. Um, yeah, we got a couple of cars to go through here. So, oh no, where's my mouse? I can't find it. There it is. Sorry, just clicking off screen really quick. Alright. Let's go ahead and find... Oh, there's one right now. Jake McIntyre. One of our playoff contenders. Currently 7th on the board. For this round of 8 standings. Only one race so far. Someone's off the track. That's Armstrong. But the 91 car, currently 7th out of the 8 drivers. Pretty good on the road courses. We'll see how he does today. Up ahead of that, you got Ricky Ralph, currently 5th on the board. Not sure what to expect out of him today. Andrew Barella, really good on the road courses. He's 6th on the board. So, yeah, oh, there he goes. Ow. Well, that's not a good start. But happy hour, it's different. Oh, here's one of our new drivers. After the death of Johnny Bravo last week, we now have Dante in the 21 car. See who else I can find here. Papyrus injured. He'll be back in a couple weeks. So right now he's got his brother Sands in the car. It's a very bland looking car, but who really cares? He's got the Comic Sans number font. Alright, there's someone else from the playoffs. William Afton. He's currently 4th in the standings. Also pretty good on the road courses typically, so we'll see how he does. This is another driver, so Sid Hyman obviously out for the rest of the season. Now, we thought this was going to be Cisne in the car, if you saw our broadcast from the Truck Series. But it turns out it's all the Turks. Cisne, obviously not a Turk anymore, but she's in the car wearing the Turks outfit. And then you also got Rude, Reno, Elena, and Sung in there. So, yeah. There's 5 people in that car. We'll see how they do. There's another one. Miles Prower, currently 2nd on the board. Just looking to continue his decent runs. Benson Dunwoody, our current points leader, and the third driver who's 3rd on the board. Right in front of him is Barrett Wallace, who's currently 8th overall, but 2nd in the point standings. Whoa, a little loose there. We'll see how these two do. And then there's only one left, and there he is, Waluigi in the 11 car. Current points leader for the playoffs. We'll see if he's able to continue his streak of one race of running pretty well. We'll see if he does well, and if he's able to maintain his lead heading into the final races of the round of 8. But still got this one to go, so let's get you right to the starting lineup. Alrighty, and on the pole today is going to be Ryuko Matoy in the 51 with William Afton on the outside. Row 2 is Arthur Morgan and Jake McIntyre. Row 3, Klaus Streif and Clive Rossfield. Row 4, The Turks and Cacletta. Row 5, John Fellout and Waluigi. Row 6, Zach Fair and Mako Mankanchok. Row 7, Dante and Reki Ralph. Row 8, Bowser Koopa Jr. and Rufus Shinra. Row 9, Marky Plyer and Dr. Eggman. Row 10 is Andrew Barilla and Jonesy Fortnite. Row 11, Joshua Rossfield and Ray Ayanami. Row 12, CJ and Carl Weiser. Row 13, Miles Prower and Bob Mustard. Row 14, Sonic and Richard Watterson. Row 15, Benson Dunwoody and Banana Joe. Row 16, Sans T. Skeleton and Solid Snake. Row 17, Joker and Jonathan Joestar. Row 18, Ronald McDonald and Peter Parker. Row 19, Stephen Armstrong and Peter Griffin. Row 20, Johnny Silverhand and Baldy Baltimore. And then rounding out the field is Barrett Wallace and Shadow. We have a total of 20 laps today, 10 more than we had yesterday. Hopefully this will provide something a little more interesting. Really quick, I just want to bring up, there's a couple of guys in our playoff field that are really far back here. Notably, that 31 car, Barrett Wallace, who's already 8th in the standings. Just not looking good for him. But Benson's also back here. But we'll go ahead and get you to that command.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there's that command to fire the engines up. So the field will roar to life here. What? The field will roar to life, and the pace car pulls off. And, yeah, Ryuko Matoi going to lead them around. She's had an okay season. Started off on a rough note. North Wilkesboro, notably, was an awful race for her. I think she still finished in the top 10 in that race, even though she wrecked almost every lap. But, yeah, so we'll see how she does today with her starting up at the front. On the outside, William Afton there, obviously looking for his first championship 4 appearance. William obviously won 3 races last season, but hasn't won yet this season. Looking for win number 1. So as the field makes their way through the final 2 turns, the pace car is already off the track. And here we go. Coming down the front straightaway, William Afton, Ryuko Matoi in the opposite order. Green flag in the air. We're racing at Barber Motorsports Park. Oh, hard into the wall. Miles Prower, one of our playoff contenders, already off track there. Gets it back moving. But not a good start for the 99 car. It's got a lot to gain now. Currently dead last. Ryuko Matoi out front. Klaus Streif's up in the top 5. That's where he started. Clive. Now, yesterday we had a pretty clean race. I mean, several cars went off track, a couple hit the wall, but other than that, we went caution free. So, I don't know if they'll be able to do the same today. The cars are faster, there's more on track. We'll just have to see as Ryuko Matoi continues to lead them around on lap 2, out front, in front of everybody. Then you got William a little bit ways back. See if he can do anything. Clive's off the track again in the background. Andrew's making some ground up there. getting by him. Not sure what position Andrew's at the moment. It looks so far he's up to at least 18th, based off the last time he crossed the line. Let's see. Rico Montoya's your leader. Williams in second. Arthur Morgan third. Jake McIntyre fourth. Cloud in fifth. John fell out sixth. The Turks are in seventh. Eighth place is Makaman Konchuk. Ninth is Waluigi. 10th Cacletta. 11th is Zach Fair. Dante's in 12th. 13th is Bowser Jr. Eggman in 15th, 16th. Okay, he's in 17th, so still a good amount to gain for Andrew. Benson's gained a couple spots too, it looks like. Towards the back of the field, let's see what Miles still dead last. Barrett Wallace not doing too well either. As Ryuko continues to lead and is about to bring us to lap number 3. Which we're at right now. As they cross the line here. We'll see the field fly by. Pretty single file for now, but they're all over the place. These cars are loose and sliding and trying to move around as much as they can. So you see a little bit of movement at the back of the field there. Who cares about the leader? She's out front. We're going to start paying attention to people a little further back in the pack because there's not really a whole lot happening anywhere. There's Waluigi making a couple moves. Someone's off the track back there, but that doesn't matter. Benson Dunwoody, Jonathan Joestar side by side. Oh, Bowser Jr.'s off track. He's going to rejoin right here. Did it safely, I guess. Where'd that 2-car go? Yeah, still moving. Lost a couple spots, it looks like. But a good day so far for the drivers, I guess. I don't know how they're seated. I don't know who's driving the car. But I know there's 5 of them in there. They might be seated in there like a passenger car. You got 1 person driving, 1 in the passenger seat, and then 3 in the back. I assume they'd put Elena in the middle back seat due to the fact that she's smaller. But I don't know. Maybe Cisne's also pretty small. Doesn't matter. They're doing good. That's all that matters. In the top 7. Right behind Cloud in that 22. Still trying to gain as many points positions as he can. That way he doesn't have to worry about dropping beneath that 25th position. Ran a pretty slow line there between after. That's gonna allow the Turks to get by on the outside, heading into the S turns here. Ray Ayanami and Reki Ralph here side by side. Looks like Ray will get the spot there. Very interesting how everyone takes these corners. Everyone does it a little bit differently. And it looks like someone went off track there again. Might have been the 91 car. As he dropped back a little bit there. Ryuko continues to lead. She's never won a race before. So if she's able to continue this, she might be able to get her first. We saw Wario get his first yesterday. But William is really on the hunt here. He's sliding that 20 car all around. Oh, Ryuko goes off. Here comes William to the inside and he's gone. William Afton, new leader in Barber Motorsports Park. Can the 51 car get him back? New leader is one of our playoff contenders. William looking to win his way into the Championship 4 and get his first win of the season. Back into the S's. Ryuko currently on the hunt now. We watch everyone fly through the S's again. It's such a beautiful sight to see them all making their different lines. Miles still dead last on track. Oh, there he goes to the inside of Peter there. I don't know if we'll get the spot or not. Doesn't look like it. Peter might have the run into the next corner and have the preferred line. Yeah, Miles still last. But William Afton's out front now. Looks like the 91 car gained a couple spots. This is actually the Turks might have gone off track. Oh, there goes Peter. Griffin, I should say. I can't really just be saying Peter, even though you're able to see who I'm talking about. Oh no, Dante, head on into the wall. That's got to be a caution, right? Yeah, it is. The caution is out. So Dante's first race did not go as planned. The caution is out. The first caution of the weekend. We're gonna get a restart here. We're still racing back to the line though. Unless William makes a mistake, it looks like he will lead them back. Not entirely sure what happened to Dante, whether he went wide or there goes Ryuko wide. It looks like she's gonna get passed now by Arthur Morgan and maybe John. Looks like she'll get back to speed just enough to stay ahead of John Fell out there. But not how Dante wanted his first race to go. I assume he either got bumped off track or he just ran wide. But William Afton in the 20s going to lead him back to the line. Arthur Morgan in second. John Fell out in third. Ryuko Matoy in fourth, and Jake McIntyre is going to round out your top five as the field comes back to the line here. We watch them all come down to here. Those back four are way off pace. At least, I mean, they're not off pace, they're just really far behind. But, let's go see what happened. Alright, so watching the 21 car here of Dante, looks like he's going to try and get to the outside of Cacletta. No room. He's just going to slide off the turn through the sand pit and then head on into the tire barrier. And that's going to end Dante's day early here. Let's give you another look. Hopping on board the 21. I don't know why he thought the outside would work there, but rookie driver making rookie mistakes in his first race. We'll be back at the restart. Alright, so we're back here in Barber Motorsports Park. We're going to go double up here shortly. And Dante is out of the race. The 21 car has retired. There they go, doubling up for the restart. First caution of the weekend, we're going to go green on lap 9. The halfway bonus is lap 10. So yeah, not sure what to expect as first restart. of the weekend. It might get hectic, or it might be just like the start, and they might spread out. But it'll be William Afton and Arthur Morgan on the front row this time. John Fellout and Ryuko Matoi in second. Jake McIntyre and Makaman Konchuk in the third row. The Turks and Cloud Strife in the fourth row. And then that fifth row is going to go to Zach Fair and Kakleta. So they can make their way through the carousel here. The pace car is going to pull off track. And here we go. The 20 and the 36. Into the final corner. And they approach the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Here we go again. Wrong way. What am I doing? Help. Whoa, John! John fell out way off track. So is Eggman. They're 4 wide. Oh, Jonathan's off on the inside of the track. How did that happen? They rejoined safely, I suppose. William Afton out to the lead. Arthur Morgan in second. Ryuko Matoi third. Let's look at this chaos. Oh, Banana Joe's off track. Into the wall. He's going to get it recollected and back moving. He's going to drop all the way to the back of the field. As they come down the hill, this is where we saw Miles Prower make his early mistake. Couple guys going way wide there. Oh, and there goes Wrecky Ralph, another playoff contender off the track. Looks like he'll rejoin, but way off track he goes. He's going to be super far behind now. Looking through the field here as they continue around this quick racetrack. Williams starting to pull away as we're on to lap 10. Whoever leads this lap will get the halfway bonus, and it's looking very likely that it's going to go to that 20 car. Making our way around this loop and onto the second straightaway. Right after that turn. Whoa, wow. Who was that, Mako? Yeah, Makaman Konchuk way off track. No major accidents so far. Just the Dante wreck, single car. As Williams starts to pull away even more. Arthur Morgan has had a pretty sad season, at least compared to last. Obviously he's on a new team, trying to get used to things. This is the best showing that I've seen out of that 36 car since last season. Remember last season he won at Daytona and won at the Chicago Street Course. So we know he's at least decent on the road racing. As William gets the halfway bonus there. Remember that driver, that 20, had a major accident back at Pigs Creek. He's now got metal wires and hot metal and wires digging into his body. And he's just not somehow still alive, but I mean, he's somehow alive, but also not at the same time. I don't know, but he's still competing very strong. There's Andrew in the 7. He's coming up a little more, it looks like. He's up to the 13th spot now, but he's got a ways to go before he can run down the 66 of Dr. Eggman. Oh, Rufus is into the wall hard. It's going to continue. Lost several spots there. Oh, another car off track. That's Rei Ayanami. We got 10 laps to go. Almost 9. This race is still fairly quick. At least it's not as quick as yesterday's. Now 9 laps to go for the 20 car. Still blazing fast. Not sure if Arthur Morgan's going to be able to close in at all. Jake McIntyre in the 91 car. We know he's good on the road courses, and he makes a move to try and get to the inside of that 51. Not going to get there just yet. Still looking. Maybe he'll be able to set her up into this corner. She runs just a little bit of a different line. Not quite. Jake McIntyre still behind the 51, but looking for third. As William makes his way to the S's once again. You can see the distance now. A little bit of dust in the background. Someone's gone off track over there. Andrew has caught the 66 car. Can he get by Dr. Eggman? So you see the rest of the battles happening here. Ooh, big loose time for Benson there. Wrecky Ralph's caught up, actually, as well. That 6 car. I don't know how that happened, but he's caught up to Shadow and Banana Joe and is now right on the back of his competitor, Miles Prower, in the 99. Another car off track. I don't know who... Oh, it was Ray again. Ray is having trouble. And Andrew has gotten by the 66. He must have gone off track. But Andrew Barella, I think he's made his way up into the top 10 now. I could be wrong. Yes, he has. Andrew is into the top 10. Can he gain more spots? The more spots he gains, the closer and closer to that cut line he'll be. He might even be ahead of it after this race. As William continues to lead them around. Where's that 11 car? He's the one that's currently at the top of the board. Running decent. So, in the top 20. We'll see if he's able to hold on, because if he stays where he's at, he should still be above the cut line. We'll just have to see. For the moment, though, let's run through your field with 8 laps to go. William Afton's your leader. Second place is Arthur Morgan. Ryuko Matoi's in third. Jake McIntyre 4th. Cloud Stripes in 5th. 6th place is Cacletta. The Turks are in 7th. 8th place is Maka Mankancho. 9th is Clive Rossfield. Andrew Burrell is in 10th and closing. Bowser Jr. is in 11th. 12th is Zach Fair. John Fellout's in 13th. 14th is Joshua Rossfield. 15th, Waluigi. 16th is Dr. Eggman. Jonesy Fortnite in 17th. Bob Mustard in 18th. Richard Watterson 19th. Peter Parker in 20th. 21st is Marky Plyer. 22nd, Carl Weezer. 23rd, Sands. 24th is Benson Dunwoody. 25th, Jonathan sorry, 25th Rufus Shinra, 26th Jonathan Joestar, 27th is Sonic, 28th Rei Ayanami, 29th Johnny Silverhand, 30th is Joker, 31st Ronald McDonald, 32nd Solid Snake, 33rd CJ, 34th is Baldy Baltimore, 35th Senator Armstrong, 36th Barrett Wallace, 37th is Peter Griffin, 38th Miles Prower, 39th Wrecky Ralph, Shadows in 40th, 41st is Banana Joe, and then oh, and the caution is out. What happened? I don't actually see what the caution is for. Might actually be Banana Joe. That 34 car is really far behind. So we're gonna have another restart. But Dante currently that last car on track. I might have said Johnny Bravo. I'm used to that. Sorry, he's been here for quite a while. But William's gonna lead him back to the line. Jake McIntyre moved up into the third spot. Goes off track a little bit. Keeps it in line. Alright, well, let's go take a look at what happened. Now, I don't know if this warranted a caution, to be honest, but we're going to see Wrecky Ralph go a little wide. And while he was trying to save the car, Banana Joe's going to slide into him. They make contact, and the 34 goes around. Wrecky's going to slide as well, and looks like he'll safely rejoin the track. But the 34 spins right in front of the pace car, and the lights turn on instantly. Yeah, Wrecky Ralph's going to be able to continue on. Let's show you another look here. On board with Banana Joe. We'll be back with the restart. Welcome back to Barber Motorsports Park. We're going to go green with 4 laps remaining. It'll be William Afton up front. Arthur Morgan in second. The field's going to be doubling up here. Jake McIntyre's in third. Ryuko Montoy in fourth. Cloud Strife's in fifth. Cacletta sixth. Seventh is the Turks. Eighth place Malcolm Conchoke. Clive Rossfield's in ninth. And Andrew Barella rounds out your top 10. There's a look at that robot of whatever the fuck is William stuck inside. But yeah, so here we go. Four laps of racing. This restart is probably going to determine who wins the race. Unless we get another caution, which is likely, but also very unlikely. As the pace car makes its left turn onto the pit road. 2 corners until we take the green. 41 drivers on the lead lap. Here they come around that final corner. And green flag back in the air. Restart with 4 laps to go here at Barber. Arthur Morgan with a big jump. Whoa, look at Benson. Arthur Morgan gets out to the lead. Can William run him down? Cloud Strife off track in the background. That doesn't matter. They're sliding all over the place back here. Jonesy Fortnite off track. Everyone else going to keep moving. Can the 20 run down the 36? More movement in the background. That doesn't matter. As long as the caution doesn't come out, we are good. Into the S's. A mistake is all that Arthur Morgan needs to avoid if he wants to win. Oh, there goes Sands off the track. Oh, Arthur went off track. We were just talking about a mistake. He went off the track, hit the wall. And now William is back out front, but he's getting hounded by that 51 car. Ryuko Matoi, who started on the pole, is looking to see if she can run down that 20. With only 4 laps to go, coming to 3. Can the 51 close in? Jake McIntyre's there too, if anything were to happen. Cacletta in the 8 car is up to 4th. How far back did the 36 car go? He's dropped all the way to 10th. Sucks for Arthur Morgan. William continues to grow his lead. Can Ryuko Matoi close in on that 20? Not looking likely as the laps continue on. Let's see what else is happening. Sands is dead last. At least last of the cars still on track. Not a whole lot happening on track. William Afton out front with just 3 to go. Making their way down this straightaway once again into the left-hander, and then into that right-hand carousel. Almost. We're almost there. I don't know this track that well, to be honest. But we're in the carousel now. Jake McIntyre is up to 2nd. Ryuko Matoi has dropped back to 3rd. Can the driver of the 91 run down the 20, or will William Afton punch his ticket into the championship 4? 2 laps to go here in Barber Motorsports Park. All it takes is an overdriving of a corner, a mistake that could bring out a caution and completely screw this race and flip it on its head. Will we get overtime, or will we settle this under green? Here they come into the S's one last time. William Afton out front, Jake McIntyre in 2nd, Ryuko Matoi 3rd, Makaman Konchuk in 4th, and Andrew Barella has made his way into the top 5. Incredible. Cacletta must have gone off track because she lost a lot of spots. For a track that looks so hard to pass, it's amazing at what the driver of the 7 has been able to pull off. On board with Andrew Barella here, late in the race. He's just so good on the road courses, and someone else just went off up ahead. Who is that? It's Ryuko Matoi. Ryuko's gone off track. He's gotten by Mako, which means he's up to 4th, and now he's hounding for 3rd. This is an incredible late drive for Andrew, but it doesn't matter. Up front, William Afton's going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go here in Barber. Into turn number 1. It's William Afton in the 20. All by himself. About 1.5 seconds back to Jake McIntyre in 2nd. A mistake is the only thing that could screw this race over for that 20 car. And Jake McIntyre is going to make sure to pounce on it if it does happen. He's right there, knowing that if William makes a mistake, that he's got a shot. But he might have a shot otherwise, because he is closing. That was a bad set of corners there for the 91, it looked like, at least. Half a lap to go. William Afton in the 20. Hasn't won all season. Won 3 last season. Had an almost near fatal incident just a couple weeks ago. No injuries. Actually, hella injury. But he didn't die from it. Was able to continue the next week as we go into the carousel for the final time. 1 corner remaining for William Afton. Here they come. And it will be the driver of the 20. William Afton's going to win at Barber. Jake McIntyre in second. Third place goes to Ryuko Matoi. Andrew Barella up to fourth after an amazing charge through the field. Maka Mankanchuk in fifth. Sixth place is Clive Rossfield, as Klaus Strife gets seventh. Arthur Morgan in eighth. Joshua Rossfield gets ninth. And Zach Fair rounds out your top 10. Incredible race overall. A lot better than yesterday's, I would say. And William Afton in the 20 has just punched himself a ticket into the Championship 4. How about that? He's been one of the best all season. Just hasn't been able to pull off a win. And when he finally does it, he does it when he needs it most. So we're going to go ahead and add these points up, and then we'll be back. Alright, and after Barber, here is your round of 8 standings. William Afton, with his win, bumps his way into the Championship 4, so he's at the top. In second, it's Waluigi with 278 points in the round, is only 27 points above the cut line. Jake McIntyre, with his second place finish today, moves him up to third in the standings, 259 points total, 8 points above the cut line. And then in fourth, it's Andrew Barella with 251 points, and he is 0 points above the cut line. Today's finish of him finishing fourth makes him have the better finish in the round over fifth place Benson Dunwoody, whose best finish in the round so far was a 11th place finish last week in Vegas. So he also has 251 points, but he's 0 points beneath because of his worst finish in the round. Sixth place is Miles Prower with 202 points. He's a good 49 points below the cut line after an awful day today. Recce Ralph's no better. Another bad day. He's 7th in the standings with 154 points. He's 97 points beneath the cut line. And then there's Barrett Wallace in 8th. 140 points total in the round and is 111 points beneath the cut line. It's going to be mighty hard for that 31 car to make any sort of advancement on that cut line. The best the best option for Barrett heading into next week is for him to win. So, yeah. Next week, though, we will be heading to Hardwood Speedway for just the Cup Series. This will be our Championship 4 deciding race. And, yeah, so 2 weeks until the championship gets decided. Next week we're at Hardwood. And then we'll be off to Miami. Let's go ahead and show you the rest of the points. Alright. Alright, and just like in yesterday's truck race, I have separated the field into colors. Might change depending on whether I should just put the top, like from 26 down to 42nd, including all the substitute drivers, or just do the active drivers, none of the substitutes. The substitutes would have to come in a different way. Might change on that. It's a little hard. I'll figure it out. Boise Benson just continues his domination over the season. Gained almost, he's 200 plus points above the guy in second. That's incredible. Sid Hyman, he's dropped back to 18th right here. Shut the fuck up, Windows security. Sid Hyman's dropped back to 18th. And he's going to miss a couple more races, obviously. He's out for the rest of the season. So if he were to drop beneath 25th, he would have to rely on that championship provisional, because he won the Season 2 championship. That is only available for this season, and it won't be available for him at the end of next season. Richard Watterson and Solid Snake and Zach Fair. Those are the three at the bottom here. Richard's got a bit of a gap, so does Solid Snake. And then Zach Fair has got about almost 60 points back to Joker. So, kind of a gap there. Not sure if Joker's going to be able to close in or what. We'll just have to see. And yeah, so next week we'll see you in Hardwood Speedway.